Hey, what's happening, guys? Welcome back to Aliens Fireteam Character Class Walkthrough, Gunner and Technician. We saw the last trailer. I had a lot of questions. Maybe this video will answer some of them. From the looks of it, we got classes, Gunner and Technician. Let's see what's up.
Hey everybody, Ryan McCaffrey with IGN, back for more with Aliens Fireteam. It is our IGN first game, IGN's cover story, as it were, for the month of March. We're covering it all month long. We had a 25-minute gameplay video that went up already. You may have seen that. Now we are going to dig into a couple of the character classes that you have available to you. And I'm joined by Chris Matz, the lead
Demolisher
systems and combat
something
designer.
else.
Chris, thanks for being here.
Hey Ryan, thanks for having me. It's awesome to be here.
So, Chris, you're going to walk us through a couple of the character classes. You've got several in the game. Which two are we taking a look at today?
We're going to be looking at the Gunner and the Technician today.
Brilliant. Well, let's start with the Gunner.
I'm guessing
That's
Technician
who
is
I got
turrets?
to play, so you got to see that in action a bit
and
in
Doctor.
that 25-minute gameplay
Makes
video.
sense.
So what do players need to know, first and foremost, about the Gunner before we get into kind of the nitty-gritty details of the Gunner's skills and abilities?
Sure. So the Gunner is kind of the classic colonial marine that everybody thinks of.
So guns,
just
basically.
Tons of firepower.
Right.
Bring in, frequently a nice, strong assault rifle, and some close quarter weapons as well, so that they can handle a lot of situations. They've got a grenade. They've got their overclock. They're going to do all sorts of cool stuff.
He can't really aim there.
And how can so a big thing with the game here is that you can level things up over time. It's part of the motivation to keep coming back and playing. How can the Gunner improve over time? Are there some sort of specific examples?
Skills?
Yeah, so the perk system for the Gunner really lets the Gunner focus on either of their two main abilities or spread some stuff out for both of them. You can improve your overclock ability, which makes it so everybody on your team can shoot faster, basically. And a couple other things going on there too. And then you've also got your grenade, which starts as a default, handheld grenade, and you throw it and it explodes. There's a couple of different upgrades for the grenade specifically that let you drastically change how that ability and specific works.
I'm getting some
one, the
Division
incendiary
vibes.
burst changes it so that you just release it right in front of you and basically big blast of fire right in front of the character. Or you can use your remote detonator version where you toss the grenade, it sticks in a spot, and then you can push the button again to detonate it when you want to. So you can either get a more immediate in-my-face ability or take something that allows you to have a little more strategic planning.
Right.
I don't know if we can, if there's any.
It looks action-packed. That's a lot of aliens
here on the loadout screen. There we go. So let's see some of these perks.
Yeah.
If you want to walk through these, that'd be great.
Sure. So you've got a whole bunch of different perks here. You can see the different colors right now. Some of these are universal perks that we're calling them, where they can be used by any kit. So once you've unlocked them on, say, the Gunner, you can take that perk over to your Technician and be able to level up all the kits that way and get a little bit of cross-kit gameplay going on.
Got it.
So I've got rapid deployment here. You can go to either of my abilities and basically reduce cooldowns so I can use that more often. And then, like I mentioned, I've got remote detonator or incendiary burst.
Gotta play Tetris.
I can slot that on my grenade, and that'll actually change my ability out in game. So the base grenade will be replaced with the incendiary burst version.
And you connect them. I get it.
Get to change up my gameplay like that. There's a whole bunch of other types of perks that improve your gun, improve base functionality of your kit, and do a whole bunch of different stuff that you're going to get to change.
This grid is interesting. It's almost kind of like Tetris-style old school Diablo.
I was thinking the same thing.
Interface inventory. I should
Except
say.
it goes beyond that. You actually got to connect them.
Limited by. It looks like some of these skills take up more space in this grid.
Yes. So we got a variety of sizes. 1x1s up to 1x4s and some 2x2s that you got to place in here. And as you can see here, we say it's going to unlock at rank 7 of your kit and unlock at rank 5. So when you start, you have a smaller amount of space on any given kit to be able to slot things in. As you rank up the kit, you get more space, you get more perks, and you get more options to change the way you play that character.
Awesome. Well, is there anything else in the Gunner we should check out before we move on to the Technician here?
I guess, one of the other things that's really important about the kits in our game is they also determine what types of weapons you're allowed to bring. For example, here the Gunner has a rifle slot and a CQW slot, or close quarter weapons. And inside of that, you've got a whole bunch of different attachments.
Customize
you can
them?
do, change
Oh,
your
cool.
guns themselves, and you'll be able to swap out that Kramer that I had there for, like, say, the M41A2 pulse rifle. Get that classic rifle in here.
Yep.
Nice.
With the sound, the classic
and,
sound.
change out your CQW, change out for shotguns or different types of submachine guns. So each kit has those options in there. Not every kit uses the same slots. There's 4 different core types of guns. There's rifles, CQWs, handguns, and heavy weapons.
Let's move on to the technician then.
No
and see
snipers.
What's available over there?
So over on the technician,
Unless
our technician is our
the sniper
turret guy.
is a
He's setting up
heavy weapon.
all
I doubt
of
it.
the control spaces that you want to have.
I call the
So you've
turrets.
got your
I
permanent
knew it.
turret and placement ability where you can place that down, pick it back up, move it where you need to. When it blows up, it goes on a short cooldown until you can make another
Is
one.
that a frames drop?
And that's a really big part of the technician's gameplay. And then he's also got charge coils where you've got 3 stacks of that you can basically have out at any given time. So you can throw multiples of
Wait,
these ones
stun
out,
them?
and each one of them comes back up for you. And they're like an electric dart that impales into the ground and releases a whole field of electricity all around
Like
it.
a mine.
Enemies that get in there get slowed down,
Cool,
aren't as
cool,
effective
cool.
in combat.
Mhm.
So comboing these together where you can say, I'm going to set my turret up here, then I throw my coils out ahead and get everybody stuck in that area while the turret mows them down.
Oh,
is
that's
a
pretty
great
cool,
vibe.
actually.
Yeah, I got to see this in action.
Pretty
Matt
interesting.
was playing as the technician during our 25-minute gameplay video that's on IGN now. And yeah, it was the turrets just came in such handy that it seems like you'll certainly want to have a technician as one of your 3 players. And I guess that does bring me up to another quick question, general question. Can
3
you have
players?
more than one of a class? Do you all have to pick a separate class, or can you have 3 technicians if you want?
You could bring 3 technicians.
Okay.
Certainly our
Okay.
goal is to make it so that you don't want to, but it's definitely an
Yeah.
option. But, like you said, you definitely want to have a technician. Well, we have people saying that about all of our kits, and you don't have that many slots. So pick the 3 that you think are going to work well together. Make sure your builds
For sure, some
synchronize
classes,
well enough to
some
get-
classes
to
will be more
maximize their
overpowered than the others.
efficiency working with each other, basically.
He will
and,
abuse
go
it
down-
for
go
sure.
mow down some aliens.
All right, so let's see some of these technician perks that you've brought up here.
Yeah, that's what
Right.
you got.
So again, some of those same style. I'm just modifying my guns, making my guns better. They're all a little different for each of the different kits. And then we've got our actual charge coils here, and I've got a couple of things on here. Make it so I get some buffs when I use my charge coils. Reduce the cooldown on that ability. And then inside of here, I've got my 2 different
Different
turret
turrets.
modifiers that I can do that are big. There's a whole bunch of smaller ones as well that change some of that behavior. But these 2 are really big. I change a lot about how this turret functions. And so the base turret is similar to what you've seen in the movies, where it's like a heavy machine gun that's firing.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've got the heavy turret where it's more like a slow firing ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk kind of thing.
Yeah.
Really good at taking on big dudes. And the incinerator turret swaps that out with the
Close
flamethrower,
range.
basically. So it's short
Nice.
range, lights everything on fire that gets near
Yeah.
it. It's what you want for mowing down the hordes.
I would imagine if there are eggs and face huggers coming out of those eggs, that could be really useful as well.
Yes,
True.
flamethrowers are very useful at dealing with the swarms of little guys.
Makes
that's for
sense.
Sure.
The technician definitely seems there's a lot of nuance. What is your personal preferred loadout for a technician? So as people later this summer will play Aliens Fireteam for themselves for the first time, if they're diving into the technician, what do you recommend?
So, man, that's a tough question. We have, Matt's a huge technician player as well, and so he's probably got very different opinions than I do. But I think for me, I really like bringing one of the hard-hitting handguns. So the Kramer 50 Magnum is one of them that works really well for that.
A handgun.
Something that lets me be pretty accurate at a medium range. And I usually bring a shotgun so that I can take guys down, take any kind of runners that get past my turret down, and I kind of hang out near my turret. But swapping out for some of the SMGs, this one is really useful. The flechette is really useful for
Checking out
any
the
time
AI.
when I know I'm going to have lots of enemies that I need to be hitting rapidly instead of just getting the stragglers. So it really depends on who's coming with me on a team. If I'm playing more of that support role, I'm probably going to hang back by my turret and have that shotgun and that hand cannon. If I'm going to be more of an aggressor
Smart gun.
because we've got other support people with me, like I'm bringing a doc alongside me,
Yep.
then I might be going a little more aggressive and bring a submachine gun.
Chris Matz, the lead systems and combat designer from Cold Iron Studios. Thank you so
Cool.
much. For more on Aliens
Thanks, Chris.
Fireteam, keep it locked to IGN all March long.
All right, Jen. All right. So there you have it, guys. I guess again, I haven't heard anything about single player. I'm guessing it's only multiplayer, and basically you have these arenas that you fight into, and you gotta like either progress to them or maybe like defend points or I don't know, rescue maybe as NPCs. I doubt it though. I don't think there's any rescue, but it looks. You know, when I see these types of games, I always like make a an association with the Division. Except it looks like it's a Division, except it's way faster than the Division, right? Way faster. But you know, you still got your different classes. With especially when you're talking about the gunner, I'm like, okay, you have like different grenades, just like in the Division. You know, you had all those little bots that would do like different things depending what you spec on them. Same thing here. Um, it looks like fun from what I've seen so far. It looks like it's action packed. You know, my only question is, will it last? Right? Will you actually be playing this for like hours on end, or are you gonna be playing it for 1 or 2 days and then you're like, okay, like I've seen everything there is to do. I unlocked everything and like I'm done with the game. You know what I'm saying? I guess more trailers will let us know, and we'll see when the game comes out. Thank you for watching. Catch you in the next one. Peace out.